What's up, everyone? Just wanted to let you guys know that this video is timestamped by position. That's for you guys' viewing pleasure, so you can watch the position that you guys care about. There are 3 builds for every single position. That way you guys find a build that works for you. Today's video is basically the NBA 2K22 current gen build guide. It's the best builds for every single position. I want to make sure that either you or a friend that you share this with is out there on the best possible build, all right? If you guys are viewers of mine, I want you guys to be out there balling. I don't want you guys to be getting cooked by these builds. I want you guys on these builds. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. All I ask is that you guys smash that like button and sub to the channel if you're new. I'm going to make you guys a better 2K player, so make sure you guys stay tuned for more uploads. Here we are on current gen, and just like the next gen build guide, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 3 different builds for every single position. That way you guys can find a build that fits you the best. So the hand does not matter, the jersey number does not matter. Position point guard. Now for the pie chart, what you're going to go ahead and do, the primary blue, small green, okay? This is the best point guard pie chart in my opinion. Not off rip, okay? So this build is not the best off rip, but this is the best build for when you were trying to grind to 99. So my people out there who are grinders and are gonna get their build to 99, this is the build for you, all right? 87, 91, 80, 81, 79, 86, okay? So boom. 16 finishing, 16 shooting, really good. You can't go down on the shooting at all because then you lose 16. 16 is a solid amount of badges on both ends. From there, 78 pass accuracy, and then an 83 ball handling, all right? Now from here, on the defensive end, you're not gonna be a slouch either. Max lateral, max perimeter. You're going to have a max steal, okay? So I'm telling you guys right now, this build is really solid all the way around, all right? This is a good pro-am build. This is a good 2s build. This is a good 3s build, all right? So look, from here, body shape does not matter. I'm always gonna pick Burley because I cannot do this on next gen. So I'm gonna pick Burley for the height. You're gonna go 6'4" for the height, minimum weight, okay? And then boom. 83.2 wingspan, okay? So the reason you're gonna do an 83.2 wingspan is that's the longest you can go while still being able to speed boost, okay? So at 99 overall, you will get contact dunks, you will have an 83, you will be able to speed boost, and you will have a 90 speed. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the best overall build when you grind to 99 overall. It's not gonna be the best at first. This is one of those things where you have to get to 99, and then once you're there, you're going to have a supreme advantage over every single person you play. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a point guard build that's similar to my next gen midget point guard build, all right? This is the build that I kind of play with, and this is what I would probably personally make if I was playing on next gen. So the half yellow, half green, and then the speed, physical profile. Now from here, what you're gonna do is max the mid-range, max the three-pointer, max the post fade, okay? It's gonna give you guys 21 shooting off rip, max your driving layup, and max your driving dunk. Now you're not gonna have any finishing badges, but here's my thing. You don't need finishing badges unless you get contact dunks. And I've always said that, and not a lot of people believe in that mentality, but I'm telling you guys, you really don't need to have finishing badges unless your player's out there getting contact dunks, because you're gonna make all of your open dunks regardless. Now from here, 82 on the pass accuracy, max ball handling, and then you know what, just throw the post control up, okay? Let's go ahead and have 1, 21, 21. And then what you're gonna do is max your perimeter, max your lateral, max your defensive rebound, max your steal, okay? And then you're gonna have a little bit left over, so what we're gonna do, so we're gonna get you some shooting. And then boom, 1, 24, 21, 6. Now here's the thing about this build. If you don't play pro-am and you don't need free throw, what you can do is you can easily drop your free throw and you can put it on more defense to get a couple more defensive badges, or you can max out your pass accuracy to get a couple more there. But I just think having that extra shooting is probably the most necessary. So 1, 24, 21, 6, really good spread. And again, if you guys are somebody who doesn't think that you need rebound, again, drop that and you can put that on anything else. Body shape does not matter, but I always pick Burley on current gen. For the height, I would go 5'11". The reason I would go 5'11" is because at minimum weight, that is the tallest you can be while still getting 99 speed, because when you hit 99 and get your +4s, you will be at a 99 speed. I just think that's a supreme advantage over every single person that you're playing. And then I would do a 76.4 wingspan, because that's gonna be a 95 ball handle and a 93. I really, really like this build, guys. It's probably the closest thing to a midget demigod that you're gonna get on current gen. And as you guys can see, we have built a playmaking shot creator. As point guard build, like I said, I always like to give you guys a solid amount of variety in these builds, so I'm gonna go a completely different route with this build. And if you didn't like either of the last 2 builds, you're really, really gonna like this build. Now, for the pie chart, half red, half yellow. Okay, we're gonna aim to get that two-way slashing playmaker from 2K20. Now, it's obviously not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna do our best, all right? An 83 on the close shot, an 84 on the driving layup, and then a max driving dunk, which is 8 finishing badges, guys. 8 finishing badges is really good. From here, I don't know why it made me go down so far. Max out that mid-range, max out that free throw, max out the three-pointer. I'm sorry, I apologize. Take the free throw to an 80 and max out the post control. Okay, the reason we're gonna go to an 80 is because that's as low as we can go while maintaining 10 shooting badges. And I think 10 shooting badges is a really solid spread. Max the pass accuracy, max the ball handling. That's gonna get you guys 20 playmaking. So 8, 10, 20 so far. And then from here, max the lateral quickness, max the perimeter defense, max your steal, and then put the rest on rebound. 8, 10, 20, 17. Now, for those of you guys who have not played this game yet, shooting is pretty easy. So you're going to be able to green with a low 3-ball. You don't have to have that high of a 3-ball to green. Now, from here, we're gonna go 6'5" for the height. You're gonna go minimum weight, okay? So you're still going to have a 99 speed at 99. The difference versus this build and the other build is the other build is 5'11". This one is 6'5" with a 99 speed, okay? So 6'5", minimum weight, and then for the wingspan, we're just gonna go ahead and find something that we're comfortable with. I would probably max your wingspan out. Now here's the thing. If you are willing to deal with grinding to 99, you're always gonna wanna max your wingspan, okay? If you're not willing to deal with grinding to 99, then do not max your wingspan and then maybe just drop it. Cause like, look, right here, we could speed boost off rip. But instead, what I would rather do is speed boost at a later date when we get our attributes up, because that's how you make the best player possible. For your takeover, it does not matter. Pick the one that fits you the best. And as you guys can see, we have built a two-way playmaker. All right, now let's talk about shooting guard. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 different ways that you can help your team out as a shooting guard. It's gonna be 3 different builds, like completely different. So let's go ahead and start off with the basic. We're gonna go with the pure green pie chart. All right, this is that pure short build. This is the guy that's running around the court, making sure that he knocks down every single open shot. Now, here's the thing. If you guys are a point guard or you've played with shooting guards that can't knock down shots, it is by far the most frustrating thing in the game. You have one job, you know what I mean? You have one job, and that job is to space the floor and knock down open shots for your team. So that's exactly what this build's gonna do. If you're looking for to be a traditional pure, somebody that like just doesn't miss, that everybody on the court knows like, hey, we cannot leave this guy open because if we do, he's probably gonna light us up. This is exactly what you're gonna make. So look, you cannot really get finishing badges. Now here's the deal. As I said in the point guard video, you don't need finishing badges unless you get contact dunks. Okay, so having 7 finishing is not going to do anything for you. You really have to give up a lot to get any finishing badges, and even when you do give up a lot, it's still not going to give you too much. So really, you have almost max defense besides interior, which you don't really need. If you guys want to drop interior and get an extra couple playmaking, be my guest. But this is how I would make it: 1, 30, 11, 9. From here, body shape does not matter. Now, this is where you kind of have to figure out what you want to do as a player. I would probably go, let me see. I would probably go either 6'5" or 6'6", but you can really make a case to go much taller. As long as you're over 70 speed, I think you're good money. So I'm gonna go ahead and go 6'6". I would do anywhere from 6'5" to 6'8". Just make sure you stay in that 70 speed range. So realistically, again, it comes down to, are you guys gonna grind? Because if you're gonna go ahead and get to 99, right? If you're gonna get to 99, then go right here, because at 99 overall, you'll have an 80 speed. Max your wingspan out, that way you guys can be in the lanes. It does not matter which takeover you guys take, and as you guys can see, you have built a sharpshooter. It's literally what this build is, very similar to Klay Thompson, a 3-and-D kind of player. So on to shooting guard number 2, and as you guys can tell, I'm really trying to change the pace up with current gen because it's not as easy to have variety in your builds. Obviously on next gen, every single build is unique. On current gen, it's not necessarily like that because you're stuck with the pie chart. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the pure yellow pie chart for this one. Now, for the physical profile, always go speed. Speed is the best physical profile. Now, I wanna go ahead and give you guys my thought process behind this build. So the last build that I gave you was that pure short build. This build is the exact opposite of a pure short build, okay? This is a pure point forward build. Now, the reason I want you guys to give this maybe a look is I like the idea of you being a change of pace player for your team, okay? So a lot of guards are playing on these really short point guard builds. So if you are somebody that's hopping on a pure point forward and you're allowing your team to have that change of pace, so let's say your point guard is anywhere from 6'1" to 5'10", and he's a short point guard running around and he's coming off screens instead of third. As a shooting guard, when you get the ball and you have 7'10", 29'5", and you're much taller than him, because realistically you could really be anywhere, you could be 6'7", okay? I'm just gonna give you guys what a 6'7" will look like. This is 6'7" with 94 speed. So you could easily be 6'7" and just be a change of pace for your team. To me, height-wise, I would go anywhere from 6'5" to 6'7". It really boils down to, again, do you guys want to grind to 99 before you guys are able to speed boost and all that type of stuff? My advice is always yes. You always want to be the best at 99. It's not about being the best at 85, because when you do hit 99, you want to be better than every single person that you guys are playing. As you guys can see, we have built a playmaker. So we built a sharpshooter and we built a playmaker. Not really any creative names, but I'm telling you guys, these are two really, really good builds, two totally different play styles, but one of them will definitely suit you. And let's go ahead and get onto that third. Now let's go ahead and get into the last shooting guard. Like I said, guys, I'm always trying to give you as much variety as possible so that no matter what, you guys can find a build that suits your play style. Now look, for this build right here, we're gonna go with the blue primary, smaller green. Now, this build is not going to be an off the bounce, I'm going to make a bunch of plays off the dribble build. But what this build can do is shoot, and this build can dunk. All right, so look, you're going to max your shooting out, guys. It's going to get you guys 21 shooting. Okay, you can't go underneath, as you guys can see. You cannot take any points off. Actually, I just kind of finessed, and we're going to take a couple points off the 3 to just have it at 21. So a 76. Max your driving dunk, max your driving layup, and then max your close shot. That's going to get you guys 15 finishing. If you want to max your standing dunk to get 17, be my guest, but I don't really think it's worth it. Standing dunks are cool, but they're not all that. So moving forward from there, max your pass accuracy, max your ball handling, max your perimeter lateral steal, and then max your defensive rebound and put the rest on O board. So that's 15, 21, 13, 6. Now here's the thing. Here's what you guys have to figure out. You have to figure out, do you want to speed boost on this build, or do you not care about speed boosting and you would rather just be an absolute tank? Because what you can do is you guys can speed boost on this build, okay? You guys are in a position where you can come right here and then you'll be able to speed boost at 99 overall and you'll get contact dunks at 99 overall, all right? So you do have that luxury to be 6'4", speed boost and get contact dunks, or you can be 6'6", okay? Not speed boost because you're not really a great dribbler, and dunk even better. So what I'm going to advise you guys to do is either focus on whether you want to have height or if you want to have the ability to just go and get a lot more dunks. So I'm going to stick with the height for this one, guys. 83.2 on the wingspan, and as you guys can see, pick any takeover, it does not matter. Pick the one that fits your play style, and you can see we have created a slashing playmaker. Now my lockdowns, like I said, this is the best build for every position. I didn't forget about you guys either, all right? I'm gonna make sure you guys are out there bumping, okay? So the hand does not matter, the jersey number does not matter. We're gonna stick to point guard for this build, all right? We're gonna stick to the point guard for this build. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the safest lock build you can make, okay? I'm obviously going to give you some variety. I do 3 different builds, but I'm gonna give you guys the safest one, okay? No matter what patch comes, no matter what gameplay change comes, this build is gonna be solid for you, all right? So look, you guys can see we're going to go ahead and max the defense out other than the interior. Now, you guys can max interior if you want to, but it's only going to give you guys 1 more badge, which I don't think is worth, so I'm personally not going to do it. From here, we're going to max that shooting out. So 20 shooting, 21 defensive. All right, max that driving dunk and that driving layup, and then from there, get your pass accuracy max. So 121. 21. Here's the deal. Can you finesse more badges? Yes. I always have people in the comment section that are like, yo, I get way more badges than you. This build is trash because I have a build that gets 4 finishing, 22 shooting. It's like, bro, I don't care what the badge points are. At the end of the day, you can make a build look like you guys can see I'm dropping things and I'm not losing badges at all. So you guys are more than welcome to drop things in order to try to get other things up. However, I don't really think that it's necessary for this type of build. All you really need is to have that max shooting and the max defense, okay? This is a lock build. You don't want to drop steal just so you can get a couple finishing badges or a couple playmaking badges. It's just not worth it in my opinion on this type of build. On other builds, sure, be my guest, but for this build, no sir. Now for the height this really becomes a preference thing. All right, this is really going to be a preference thing. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys to go 6'4" for the height, minimum weight, so that's going to be a 94 speed at 99, max wingspan. Always max the wingspan on these lockdowns. That way you guys can get better contests. And as you guys can see, we have built a two-way pass first point guard. Now let's look at another point guard build here. All right, this one's not as safe, but I think you will be absolutely fine with it. This is the bigger red, smaller green, okay? So as you guys know, if you've played this game at all, or if you've watched this game at all, it's quite easy to shoot, okay? So having a 3-ball that's over 60, you're probably gonna make the vast majority of your shots. So as you guys can see, boom, maxing out that defense. Okay, now on this build, again, if you want one extra badge, max your interior, but I don't really think it's worth it to have a 54 interior and get one extra defensive badge. So I'm personally gonna pass on that. I'm gonna get you guys 7 playmaking here. And as you guys can see, 117, 7, 23. Now, again, if you're somebody who doesn't really care for the playmaking, you can go ahead and get finishing, okay? But like, as you guys can see, I'm making these builds as good as you possibly can, okay? Because you can't really finesse finishing badges. So boom. You're gonna make your open driving layups to the 52. I know what you guys are thinking. Choc, you got a 52. It doesn't matter. If it's open, you're gonna make it. If it's not open, you're not gonna make it. And you will be able to dunk the ball. You guys are a lock, okay? You can't be everything. You guys are a lockdown defender build. So go ahead and keep that in mind. Now, 6'5" for the height, because that's gonna be a 95 speed at 99. Max that wingspan out, my boys. Max that wingspan out. You guys are a lockdown defender. That's probably the most important thing you can do is a lock. To be completely honest with you guys, there's no reason you should miss on this build. It's so easy to shoot in this game, and you guys have a 78 3-pointer at 99. There's absolutely no reason you guys should miss any shots. Go ahead and pick that lock takeover or the playmaking takeover if you're really feeling frisky. As you guys can see, we have built a perimeter lockdown, and I'm telling you guys, this is a really, really good build. It's not good if you're not a shooter, but you guys should be able to green with this build. If you're not greening with this build, you need to check your internet, or you need to, check your TV or something, because 70 plus is really, really, really consistent. Now this last lockdown build, and this is where we're going to get a little bit frisky, okay? This is where we take a little bit of a risk. Now, this build is not for everybody. I gave you guys 2 safe builds, okay? This build is not safe, and I'm not a safe player. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys know anything about me. This might be your first time ever watching me, okay? But I'm a knockdown shooter. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that with a low 3-ball, I'm gonna be money, because when I get all my shooting badges, I'm gonna have 8 shooting. I'm gonna be absolutely sparking out there in this game. Now, this could easily change. The meta of the game could change. It could become a lot harder to shoot, but with how the game currently is, it's very easy to shoot, guys. If you guys have played this game at all, if you've watched this game, it is super duper easy to shoot, guys. So 22, 8, 1, 21. I know what you guys are thinking. Choc, this build looks kind of risky. Here's the deal. If you get your hotspots, if you're buying jump shot boosts, if you're playing with someone with dimer, your 3-pointer realistically is going to be about a 70 with all the badges, okay? Because think about it, at 99, you're going to have a 62-3, okay? So realistically, if you have somebody who has dimer, and you have hot zone hunter, and you have hot zones, and you're buying jump shot boost, you gotta factor all those things in. And if you play with somebody with Hall of Fame 4 general, that's +4 right there. So this is certain things that you have to factor in, and that's why I tell you guys to send the build guide to your friends, because if your friends have enough playmaking badges, they can get you that Hall of Fame 4 general. Somebody on your team should be running 4 general, okay? So as you guys can see, for the height, it's really a preference thing, okay? I kind of want to have that speed advantage, so I'm going to go 6'4" here. I will go minimum weight. This is a 99 speed lock. Here's the deal. I would max the wingspan, okay? Because a 62 and a 60 is not that big of a difference. So I would max the wingspan. Guys, this is a defensive monster, okay? Absolute defensive menace. If you guys get the right badges, if you're playing with the right type of point guard, this build could really give you a supreme advantage versus everybody that you're playing versus, because you are tall, you're fast, you get all the contact knocks. I'm telling you, this is the risky build, but if you risk it, sometimes you get the biscuit, my boys. So let's go ahead and talk power forwards, all right? So go ahead and put your position at power forward. The hand does not matter, the jersey number does not matter. Now, for the pie chart, okay, you can really make a case to play a lot of different pie charts at the 4, but I'm gonna go ahead and start you off with probably the safest pie chart to start out with, and that's the half red, half green. Now, the reason that this is the safest pie chart is if you are a defender who can also shoot, you're pretty much going to be able to find a spot on any team. So look, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to max the finishing here, okay? It's going to get you guys 8 finishing. From there, max your 3, max your mid-range, take your free throw to about a 70, and put your post fade at about a 70. I don't know why I said post fade. It's going to get you guys 10 shooting. You can drop that down a little bit if you want to. That's going to be 10 shooting badges. 10 shooting badges is more than enough to make all of your shots on this game. Now from here, put the pass accuracy up, perimeter defense up, lateral up, steal up, defensive rebound up, offensive rebound up, block up. Boom. 8, 10, 1, 17. Here's the thing. This is not going to be a playmaking power forward, all right? Obviously, you don't have the best ball handle, but if you've watched any games this year, or if you've played in any games this year, you're not going to really be able to dribble with this type of build, okay? A 59 ball handling, which is going to drop when we up our wingspan, is not going to allow you to make plays. You're going to get ripped. So realistically, you kind of have to be that traditional role player and just play your role. For your body shape, it does not matter. I always choose burly because I'm a burly guy, all right? Now look, for the height, this is where it starts getting tricky, and it starts coming down to what you prefer. What I would probably do on this type of build is I'd either go 6'9 or 6'10. Totally a preference thing. Let's go ahead and stick with 6'9. Minimum weight, which is going to get you guys an 80 speed, okay? Because I always look at everything at 99. So what you need to look at when you're making these builds is what am I going to be at 99 when I'm at my best? That's a 71 3 ball, a 79 driving dunk, an 80 speed, and then solid rebounding and defense all across the board. This is a really good build. Either takeover will work for you guys. And as you can see, we have built a glass cleaner. I'm telling you guys, this is a really, really safe and solid power forward build. Right back at it, except this time we're probably not going to be as safe. All right, so position, power forward, the other stuff doesn't matter. Now, for the pie chart, let me go ahead and secure this pie chart. Where are you hiding from me? For this pie chart, what we're going to do is we're going to do the primary red, smaller green, okay? This is a really good pie chart. It's very easy to shoot in this game, but this is going to be for people who can shoot with a really low 3 ball, all right? So look, just pay attention. Max that driving dunk, max that driving layup, put that close shot up, and then max that standing dunk out, all right? 7 finishing badges, really good start. From here, max the 3, max the mid-range, put the free throw to about a 70, same thing post fade, to about a 74. That's going to get you guys 10 shooting. I really feel like you guys are going to be greening with 10 shooting. That's really all you need. You could probably do it with less, but same thing. Pass accuracy up because you don't want to throw the slowest passes on the planet. Max all this stuff out. And then let me go ahead and drop the block a little bit to get that up. Perfect. 7, 10, 116. Now, this build doesn't look as good off rip, but what we're going to do is we're going to go 7 foot for the height and then minimum weight, okay? So boom, 76 speed with an insane height difference and wingspan difference, okay? So look, a 67 3 ball. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking, Choc, a 67 is too low to green. No, it's not, because people that you're playing with, somebody needs to run half floor general, okay? So a 67 turns to a 71, plus dimer, plus your actual shooting badges that are gonna open up your green window. This build is a horse, okay? You're 7 foot with a 94-inch wingspan. You're going to absolutely horse your opponents. This is a really, really good build, guys. And I'm telling you, this is how you get a positional advantage, okay? The game boils down to positional advantages. Can you have an advantage against the guy that you're playing against? When you're playing against these power forwards that are 6'7 to 6'9 and you come out 7 foot and you're just as fast as them, that's how you go ahead and get an advantage. Now for this last power forward build, I'm probably not playing with you, but it's still a good build, okay? Because here's the thing. I like my power forwards that get me the ball right back, okay? So you can either pick one of 2 pie charts. You can either go this one, which is a bit more safe, okay? Because anytime you have green in your build, it's gonna be a little bit more safe, all right? But I feel like I've given you guys 2 builds that are kind of safe. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one, okay? But I didn't talk about this pie chart at all. I'm only doing 3 per position. This is a really good pie chart that you're gonna be able to make a little bit more plays off the balance. But we're gonna go with this one, okay? Because we're gonna get freaky, all right? For the physical profile, you go speed. You always go speed. You should not be using any other physical profile because speed is what matters in this game, okay? So max your driving layup, max your driving dunk, max your standing dunk, and then realistically, why not? Let's just put the close shot up, okay? So that's gonna get you guys 18 finishing. This build is an absolute tank. So boom, moving forward from here, you wanna get that shooting to around 12, so we're gonna drop the free throw, boom, right there, 73 on the free throw, 18, 10. From here, ball handling up, pass accuracy up, 14 playmaking, which is solid. If you want post control, you can get up to 26. However, I don't value post control as much as I value having defense. And as a power forward, if you don't have defense, you're probably not going to get on the court. Now, this build doesn't have as many defensive badges, so it's not as visually appealing, but it's still a really solid build. What we could easily do, right? What we could easily do is say, hey, I don't need this much finishing, right? So we could go ahead and rock with 14 finishing. That would open up 30 more upgrades in order for you to have 7 badges. Okay, so that's 2 different ways that you could do it. And even there, if you don't think that that's enough, you can drop the pass accuracy by about 5, throw it here, and then drop your free throw to about a 70, because you can really get away with having 8 shooting. 8 shooting is about as low as I would go, but that didn't open up anything for you, so I probably would not recommend doing that. But this is just something that you guys can do, okay? This is always a template. Pick one that's going to work the best for you. For the height, I would go 6'8" on this type of build. Minimum weight always. Okay, this is an 88 speed build with a maximum wingspan. I know what you're thinking, Choc. It's a 63 pointer. I'm not gonna be able to green that. That's so far from the truth. Like I said, when you have all these things working for you, dimer, floor general, jump shot boost, your shot is a lot higher than that. You have a lot more takeovers on this build, which I think is pretty cool. Pick whatever takeover suits you the best. And as you guys can see, we have built a slashing 4. Similar to Zion, similar to Jason Tatum, really good build. So here we are, and let's talk center builds, which are a lot more black and white. All right, it's a lot easier to explain a center build than it is to explain any other build. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with my favorite, the pure red, okay? This has just always been my favorite build. We're gonna go ahead and get really, really glitchy with it. A lot of you guys like this build and some of you don't. Again, one thing about 2K that everybody can agree on is it really boils down to personal preference, okay? So look, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to tell me, this is what I see every time I make one of these videos. They go, Choc, you know, I could finesse so much more badges than you. I got a build that did this, that, and the third. Right, if I wanted to drop certain things and I was cool with like rocking an 84 defensive rebound so I could have more playmaking badges, then yeah, you could get more badges, but I don't care. If I'm going pure red, I want to have max defense. I want to have max pass accuracy. And then realistically, I want to have max finishing. And that's really about it, okay? I don't really care about anything else because you don't really need a mid-range on this build. You don't need a three-pointer. You don't need a free throw. You don't need a post fade. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the stuff that does matter, which is your height, okay? On this build, I would either make it a power forward or a center. I'm not making it a power forward because every time I do this, somebody has the audacity to say, Choc, this is not a center build. This is a power forward build, so this is a fake video, okay? Anywhere from 6'6", I guess 6'6" is a little small. Anywhere from 6'7" to 6'10". on a pure red, okay? Any of these work, and what you're gonna do from here is you're gonna drop that weight to minimum, okay? This is a pure demon on the back end. This is a back end demon. As you guys can see, you have a 90 driving dunk. This build is really, really, really solid, okay? It's really solid. I'm telling you guys, I love these types of builds. I use this in Pro-Am, I use this in 2s. These builds are always really successful for me, and I'm telling you guys, it's always the positional advantage. I keep harping on this positional advantage. You will have a positional advantage when you have a plus 10 speed on the centers that you're playing with. They're not going to be able to hedge and not allow threes the way that you will. Now let's move forward and let's get into that traditional popper build, okay? Some people like inside centers, some people like poppers, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a popper build, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go half and half, or you could do this one. Now, if you're trying to be a defensive pest and you're gonna go a little bit shorter, I would do this one. But I'm probably not gonna go as short. You know what, let's just rock this one. I wanna do the half and half, but this one is just so much better. The thing is, I just know people in the comments are gonna be like, oh, that's just not enough shooting. It is enough shooting, okay? 66, 3-pointer. It's obviously gonna get even lower, but on this game, it is so easy to green, guys. If you've never played this game before, it is extremely easy to green. Somebody in the comment section can attest for me that it's just really easy to green on this game. And you're still going to be a defensive nightmare because you have max defense and then max driving dunk, max driving layup, and then max your standing dunk. Close shot does not really matter on a popper build, okay? So 117, 124. Can you make this build with more badges? Sure, you can drop other things and you can get more badges out of it. But we're gonna leave it like this, body shape burly. For the height, this is where it becomes kind of a question mark. What I would probably do again is I would probably go 6'9" on this type of build, minimum weight, maximum wingspan. So a 73 pointer at 99, an 82 speed at 99. Also, like I said, you should be playing with people that have floor general. You should be playing with people that use dimer. You should be playing with people who have these things that are going to allow your player to be as good as it could possibly be. And when you're using jump shot boosts, you will be absolutely fine. You can obviously go a little taller on this build, but I just like being fast. All my players that I make are always pretty short and pretty fast, and that's just the way that I play the game. So you kind of have to figure out, do you want to have speed or do you want to have height? I always value speed a little bit more, but again, totally boils down to preference. You have built a glass cleaner. Now for this last center build, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a beast. All right, if you wanna be a beast, we're gonna go ahead and make a beast. We're gonna make a tall center. Tall centers are actually viable this year. I've never been an advocate of making a tall center. I've always been really anti-tall centers, okay? But for the first time, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's okay to use a tall center. Now, if you're gonna make a tall center, please don't make this, okay? I either want you to make this, the pure red, which is what I would do, okay? I'm always a pure red guy. I love having that defense positional advantage, but what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go to half and half. And you can't really go wrong with this one either. Speed, physical profile, that's the only one you should ever be picking. Now, from here, we're gonna max the defense out, okay? You're a center. You need to be sound defensively. That's gonna get you guys 24 defensive badges. If that's not enough for you, the pure red is gonna get you guys 30. So that's something to keep in mind. From here, you're gonna max your finishing. Boom. 26 finishing, 24 defense and rebounding, and then you're gonna max your pass accuracy. Bam, bam, bow. 26, 1, 1, 24. And now, a lot of people in the comments are gonna be like, Chuck, I don't understand why you would make a center that doesn't have max ball handling. Bro, it goes to a 39, okay? So we're not gonna waste points on upgrading stuff like ball handling, okay? We're not gonna do that, it's just pointless. We're not gonna waste points on getting a 51 three-pointer. Can you green with a 51? Probably, if you do all the right stuff, but you're not gonna be popping on this type of build. Just make sure you have the stuff that you need to have up, which is your finishing, your pass accuracy, and your defense. And again, yes, I understand that you guys can finesse more badges if you drop certain things, but I like to have my stuff maxed, okay? I don't want to take off 2 on the defensive rebound in order to get something else. I just don't like that. I like having all my stuff maxed. Body shape, burly, for the height. This is where you got to figure out what you want to do. Do you want to be 7 foot or anywhere up to 7'2"? Do not go 7'3", as you guys can see. It's just a huge speed drop off. So either 7 foot to 7'2". We'll go 7'2" right here, okay? That's gonna get you guys a 69 speed, which in this game actually is not that slow for some reason. 69 speed is really not that slow. This build is an absolute tank on the interior, and as you guys can see, we have built a glass cleaner. I love the creativity of the names. I love that every single build that I make, no matter what the height is, no matter what the pie chart is, we're getting glass cleaners.